Okay, everybody, welcome to Nerds and Night Gaming. Flying solo tonight, Kid Thunder DJ. Basically, I needed filler episodes and figured I want to play some classic No Mercy, so I thought I'd dig out the old N64. And yes, I'm actually playing on an N64 and have a little fun with this. Now, I had forgotten that somewhere along the way, I had basically upgraded my cart to a slightly better condition one, and had to go through and reinitialize it because it had somebody's just complete butcher job of everything. So we'll do one match on normal just to get a feel for it. So, okay, yeah, everything else can stay. So nothing is unlocked right now. Everything is just stock out of the box. But we're going to do a couple exhibition matches for this first episode, and then I want to see how far I can take it in survival, because, well, now especially I have to unlock stuff. So let's pause war set. No time limit, no count out. Okay, so it still remembers the rules apparently, because this is not the default rules. Okay, well, everything's back to normal. The who's who of the Attitude Era. Now, funny story is, I was actually only a casual watcher during the Attitude Era. I grew up loving the business in the, obviously early 90s, and was a fan of a lot of the new generation talent. And then as I lost, whenever I had cable as a kid because we were poor, so when St. Louis started losing all the syndicated shows and KPLR dropped down to just the Saturday or the Sunday morning show that we'd never see. Oop, I meant to keep that on for the interest. Oh well. We can skip them and just go into the fight. Well, anyway, as KPLR, which for anybody famous with wrestling history should know that channel name from Wrestling at the Chase, once they sort of just got down to just being almost a B-town for WWF, I fell out watching it. WCW and really any kind of real NWA wrestling, which many members of my family had grown up watching, had fallen out of this area, so we were really left with nothing if you didn't have cable or satellite, so I fell away from it. Got to be a teenager, came back into it a little bit for ECW, some WCW, and I did watch when I could, because I still really never consistently had access WWF, but it was also a huge time commitment. I mean, 2 hours a week when I had everything else going on in my life as a teenager, but I still kept up, so this did get me somewhat back. I watch more wrestling now to live tweet occasionally on the Twitter page, and just thanks to the network, than I ever did before, and following all the indie stuff. But anyway, if you didn't notice, I picked Kane versus Biker Undertaker. Oof, wow. My timing is gone. Here we go, the ropes. Well, collision detection wasn't the best in the N64 era. Now, obviously, wrestling fans who are gamers at this time, this game is, privileged to hate this game, and by no means do I hate it. It is one of my favorite all-time wrestling games. But I certainly have started to see moments where, and granted, this game came out in, I think 2000, 2001, and here we are in 2019 at time of recording, and it's just now really, really getting behind in quality, and it's still, almost all of it is 100% limitations of the system. I love that you could duck through everything. And one punch sends you out of the ring. Nope, no cameraman to catch Undertaker. Flat crowd. Undertaker's doing a lot more leg submissions than he ever does in real life. That's always the interesting thing in these wrestling games, is a lot of these wrestlers, when you boil it down, they've got, they got 5 moves. That's why I always laugh at the people who actually catch hell for it, like Kevin Nash and Bret Hart, because it's like, everybody has their 5 moves. Everybody has their standard move set. But then these games come out and they want to make it more feature-rich. So they give these guys moves they've never done. Yeah, Undertaker. I've watched Undertaker wrestle for almost all of his career, and I've never seen him do a, catch power slam like that. Kane slow to get to his feet. I got to admit, this version of Kane was one of my favorites from a costume. Oh shit! No, damn it. Anyway, those are my favorite versions of Kane from a costume standpoint. Oh, close on the collision detection there. Oof. Undertaker doing the choke, which is basically the same animation as the mandible claw. Now, those of you who watched some of the really old videos might remember I actually played my old cartridge of this with Ken, Rain XTN. We've got to do it again. Actually, we got to also go through and do some of the other games, because when you talk about great wrestling games, the top two are always either No Mercy or SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, and it really just depends on your preference at that point. By the way, if my audio quality sounds a little bit different this time, rather than dig out all of the microphones and recording stuff we normally use, since we usually only record one long set of videos, I opted for my regular just gaming headset. So it probably sounds a little louder, but also a little less refined, and I apologize for that. All right, here we go. Triple H saving my life. This is definitely a McMahon-Helmsley era storyline. Steal a taunt, try to get my stamina back. I'll just let Triple H take care of him for a while. I didn't think Kane had a ring out move. No, he doesn't. All right. Some elements of this game that were pretty cool were the corner taunts. That was kind of a first. Stealing opponents' moves randomly. Well, not randomly, but I mean, you could steal them if you had the right special condition. Intricate combo moves like that where you could go from, a reverse could be... There was only that, really, but there was still reversals for reversals. Oh, Triple H. Oh! Powerbomb. I love how for both of them, the choke slam at this point in their career is just a regular move. Certainly tell this is at the height of Vince Russoisms. Interferences and swerves, bro. Lots of swerves. When I accidentally, hit the aerial move on Triple H. That was a swerve, bro. And I also love they gave them a finisher for every wrestling stance. So there was a front finisher, a back finisher, corner. More finishers than anybody ever had. Except for maybe Benoit or Malenko. Wow. I get Triple H to help. Let's see if it still works. Oh, shit. Used to be if you could land a pretty big attack right off the bat, which for most characters was a move, it would get rid of their run-in right away. Well, of course, she's going to be the difference maker. And it's kind of hilarious here because at this point, Torian Triple H would be a team. So in many ways, this is the reunion of the Brothers of Destruction. They're trying to battle Triple H and the Jezebel Tory. God, they made Kane's uppercut look so ineffectual in this game. I'd like to reverse just one thing. That would be great. We're staying to this match, folks, to the end, although probably after this match, regardless of how it goes, it'll probably be the end of this first episode. Two. No, I didn't think that would keep him down. Well, I'm probably going to lose. You know, I have to admit, one of the things I love about this game is the complete lack of color commentary and announcers, because it really, I know it was a limitation of the N64 and not, they probably would have wanted to have Ross and Lawler on here, but when you consider, again, it's 2019 and they still haven't found a good way to do commentary in these games, I'm glad because that would have been one of the things to drag this down, was that horrible commentary. But anyway, so that's my warm-up match. I lost, but that's fine because, I'm playing as a big, bulky character I'm not used to. I usually create my own. So I'm going to pick someone and go through survival on the next episode, and we'll see how many episodes we can wrench out of that. Till then, for Thursday Night Gaming, Kid Thunder D.